ever think America would be a country where your kids couldn't wear the American flag on their shirts to high school and do so respectfully? Now, if they had a shirt with Che Guevara on it, a genocidal maniac who slaughtered Cubans left and right during the People's Revolution under Castro, what a joke, that would be okay. Or apparently if they wore the Mexican flag during Cinco de Mayo on their shirts at high school, that would be okay. And Cinco de Mayo has never been a traditional Mexican holiday. Google it. Find out. But it is apparently in the United States. So you're not allowed to, show the American flag on Cinco de Mayo in the United States of America. Is that the position? Because people might get upset and do something about it? Now, what people might get upset and do something about it? Dreamers? Is that the problem? We all have people in our families who fought for that flag, many of whom died for that flag. And you're telling me some damn court in the United States of America has decided that some damn school district can ban the American flag in a high school because some other kids might get pissed off because it's Cinco de Mayo? Is that what you're telling me? Like many of you, I've had family members who've gone off to war, and they've watched as their fellow soldiers, fellow Marines, Airmen, Navy, have died carrying the flag. I had a grandfather who fought at Iwo Jima and fought at Guam. I had a great uncle who fought at Guadalcanal. And they're not alone, obviously. And in some ways, thank God they're not alive to see this disgrace. Meanwhile, if you want to burn the American flag, we're told that's protected under the First Amendment. This is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. Not only do we not have assimilation, we have the opposite of assimilation. We are teaching people who come here from other countries and other cultures to disrespect us, to disrespect our heritage, to disrespect our ancestors. The full slate of Ninth Circuit judges agreed with a lower district court and with a trio of appellate judges, that's an appellate panel, that officials at Live Oak High School in Morgan Hill, California, could censure students who wanted to wear flag and blazoned shirts. No further petition shall be permitted, quote unquote, the court ordered. And so speaketh the court, and it issues its denial on, of all days, September 17, Constitution Day. Here's the history, as the Daily Caller points out, Eric Owens. The trouble dates back to Cinco de Mayo, May 5, 2010, when officials at Live Oak High, a school with a predominant Mexican-American student body, forced the students to remove their American flag festoon shirts. Administrators called the shirts incendiary and worried that fighting would break out between white and Latino students if Latino students noticed the shirts. So Assistant Principal Miguel Rodriguez told the students to turn their shirts inside out or leave. Students of Mexican heritage told local media the students who wore American flag T-shirts should apologize. They said ethnically Mexican students wouldn't wear a Mexican flag on the 4th of July, not a school day, but never mind. Well, why would they wear Mexican flags on their shirts? If they're in the United States of America legally, they're American citizens. Why would you wear a Mexican flag on your shirt on July 4th? Do Jews walk around with Israel's flag on their shirts? Do Germans walk around with German flags on their shirts? Irish, English, on and on and on? No. What kind of an answer is that? It's not an answer at all. It's absurd. The high school located 20 miles south of San Jose. I know exactly where it is. Exactly where it is. It's right in that area where more garlic is grown in that part of the country, seriously, than any other part of the country or any other part. And I remember living in Sunnyvale, California, when they were harvesting garlic. You could smell it for 100 miles. And it smelled great, by the way. The high school, located 20 miles south of San Jose, has experienced numerous gang problems. Well, why? I thought everybody comes here for love, opportunity, freedom, work. Gangs? Do tell. Nevertheless, the school seems to have organized impressive Cinco de Mayo celebrations in recent years. In the previous three-judge ruling, the Ninth Circuit held the school officials have wide latitude to limit freedom of expression Right. Notice they didn't limit Cinco de Mayo. Our role is not to second-guess the decision to have a Cinco de Mayo celebration or the precautions put in place to avoid violence. Now, why would there be violence in wearing the American flag on Cinco de Mayo? Why would there be violence by those students against students who are wearing the American flag on Cinco de Mayo? I'm serious. The court proclaimed Rodriguez acted constitutionally when he told students to turn their American flag shirts inside out or hit the road with an excused absence because he was trying to prevent potential violence. In May 2013, Tea Party groups announced plans to protest outside the high school while wearing American flag T-shirts. The practice of limiting one group's free speech rights because that speech might cause another group to react violently is known as a heckler's veto. It's understood by free speech enthusiasts to have a chilling effect on the First Amendment rights. Hey, whatever happened to the federal courts allowing the Nazis to march in a Jewish neighborhood in Illinois? The courts protected the Nazis. What about violence? So be it. And this sort of thing has happened all over the country and many times, where people are protected because they hold minority views, crazy views, even sickening views. So, according to our federal courts, pornography is a First Amendment protected right, but the American flag on Cinco de Mayo Day is not. That's why I tell you, judges are just flesh and blood people. I don't care if they put on black robes or not. Doesn't matter to me. They're imperfect human beings. And they make decisions like this to disrespect all the men and women who've worn the uniform, who've carried the flag into battle, who've lost their lives, who've been harmed, who've been injured. All the men and women in this country who are patriotic for the country, not the government, for the country. We subsidize endless numbers of illegal aliens who come into this country. Those are our tax dollars. Don't be fooled. Those are our tax dollars in those public schools. Those are our tax dollars in those emergency rooms. Those are our tax dollars supporting law enforcement, in-state tuition, and all the rest. We're the ones who are treated like non-citizens. We're the ones who are treated like we're second class. And you dare to speak up, and you're trashed and you're smeared as if you're opposed to certain people because of their race and ethnicity, when in fact that's not true. I didn't go to federal court to stop somebody from carrying an American a Mexican flag or wearing it on their shirt on any holiday. I didn't ban somebody from going to a school, which is majority non-Latino, from wearing a Mexican or Guatemalan or Peruvian flag on their shirt. I didn't ban some kid from wearing Che Guevara's shirt in some school. It's they who are the totalitarians on the left. And it's been institutionalized in our school systems, through Hollywood, through the media, by the federal courts, in our government.